Hi everyone, I am back with another HRCYED update. This time we are going to talk about the books I read in January plus one I read in December that I completely forgot to add to the December list last time. So, what we're doing is basically I'm participating tentatively in the HRCYED challenge, which is the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. And so far I've been doing it passively, meaning that I just read whatever I want and then I figure out what prompts the books work out for. And so far I've been able to find 2 prompts for all the books, but I fear this streak is going to is coming close to an end. Now I will say with one caveat, not caveat, but the one thing that I've been actively doing, a challenge I've been actively doing, is the new releases challenge because it has a deadline. And I also started in January to kind of read books more, to select some books for a prompt, although I started very easily and did the readathon challenge, which was and I chose to do the one hosted by NYC Book Ho over on Instagram. And the reading challenge was called NYC Book, the readathon NYC Book Ho's, and it took place in the whole of January. There weren't really any prompts, or at least I didn't have access to those prompts because I realized after I bought a ticket that the app that they used for that challenge, at least for the chat room, is not available here in Sweden. But anyway, so I still read what I wanted to read because there weren't any prompts to follow for the readathon. It was just reading as much as you could. And then, but all of the books I read in most of the books I read in January will go into the readathon tab here in a minute. And going forward, I will start reading 1 or 2 books at least for the next few months, specifically for a certain challenge, rather than reading what I want and then figuring out if it fits anywhere. So we have recipes for, and I say that because we are now past the 6-month point, so this is a year-long challenge. So January was month 7, so I need to start planning a bit more if I do want to complete this challenge. Okay, so first book that I forgot to talk about in December was Recipes for an Unexpected Afterlife by Destin J. Munden. And I know for a fact that this is going to go in the new releases because this is what I read for the month of October, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, month of October. Okay, so we can put this then in October here. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, I was lazy and I didn't download the picture. I just screenshotted it. So anyway, so that's one down. And because I read this in December, it's not part of the readathon. So let's see if we can find somewhere else to add it to. So 280 pages. Published in 2025. Okay. Nope. Okay, again, it could go in the cozy fantasy, but then I'd have to find a place to put this, and attempting that proved a bit fruitless. No, fruitless? Is that the word? Anyway, yeah, when we tried that for the last HRCYED video. It could go in the solo if I find somewhere to put this. I don't think it was award season. No. Last 10 years. No. Well, unless we do a switcheroo here, but then I don't know where I would put that either. No. Disability. Well, no. Heritage months. No. Translation challenge. No. Around the world. No. The even bigger rainbow. Well, the cover. Nah. No. I think it'd have to go in green or teal. No. Okay. There are zombies. Okay, I like this. Because there are zombies, so I think I can put that there and move this one to the by the hundreds, because that's gonna go in the 500 range. Oh, or another option is to put it in the BIPOC authors. So, what do we want to do here? I don't know what I want to do. I am gonna write it down as an option here so I can remember if I want to do a switcheroo later. Although, to be honest, this one is a bit of a stretch. The Durelia as zombies. So maybe, because I was thinking I'd put it in the BIPOC, but maybe I should do a switcheroo because I'd feel more comfortable with it being here than, yeah, okay, let's do that. So I'll take this and put it in the, where is it? And put it here. And then put this properly. Okay. Oops. Up here. Just because I think this is more representative of a zombie than the other book is. But yeah, it's not, I guess. Anyway. So, okay, cool. Found 2 prompts for that. So we can add spooky creatures here. And then change the, if I can locate it, no, a poison song. Here, poison song from spooky creatures to by the hundreds. Okay, great. Then I'm going to go ahead and put all of these with the exception of In Your Dreams, because I didn't read that for the readathon because it was on audio and I was listening to it at work, so that I couldn't count it because part of the point of the readathon is to take time to read without sort of distractions, and if you were listening to audio while doing something else, then you couldn't use that book for that. So we will do the, where is it? The readathon challenge. And I think I can just copy this to all of that. Ah, yay. Oh, cool. It's purple. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna copy all these titles and put it in the readathon if I can locate it. There we go, readathon challenge. So as I said, there weren't any prompts, and what just happened? Why did it do that? Oh, because it's merged probably. Okay, whatever. I don't care. uh, yeah. Okay, so I don't need pictures here, but we can tick off this. Yay, so that's 2 challenges down, I think. Great. Fantastic. Okay, so that we could go back to the tracker. Okay, so honestly, I have no idea where to put false value, if I even can put it anywhere. We'll see. So, I could replace it with Whispers Underground. And then put that somewhere, perhaps. I could also replace it with the October Man. The cover is, I would say, green. Although it could be black. I don't know. I could also replace it with one of these. If I can find somewhere else to put those. Award season, no. Last 10 years. Oh, when was this published? I forgot. I didn't check. 2020. So I would have to find another place for A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. Adaptations, no. Disability, no. Heritage, no. Translation, no. Around the world, no. The Even Bigger Rainbow. Yeah, I don't think I can make that work either. Nope. So we do have a magic user, so I can switch that out as well, in theory. Become the avatar, no. Readathon, it's already there. Animals, no. The queer alphabet, no. Well, no. Okay, I just opened something else. Nope. 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 No, and no. Ha. Okay, so let's see if we can do a switcheroo with Whispers Underground. I don't know where I could move that. Where is Whispers Underground? Let's see. So that was published in 2012, so I can't use it for the 10 years challenge. It has, okay, Moon Over Soho was published in 2011, so no. It has a blue cover. Let's see. Where is it? Blue cover, blue cover, blue cover. Subgenres of choice, no. Okay, wait. Oh, that one has a purple cover. I wouldn't say it's light blue. Okay, I can also move Lies Sleeping somewhere, or the October Man. Let's see. Lies Sleeping. This was published in 2018. And then the October Man was published in 2019. Okay, I already have them there. Okay. I don't think either of these had vampires in them. This is set in Germany. That doesn't help me. Okay, it looks like we have found the first book for which I can't find a second prompt. The other one we can look at quickly is Serious Staircase. I could replace one of these. We already checked that one. That doesn't work. Broken Homes, Foxglove Summer. I don't think we can get away with calling this a yellow cover, so that's not gonna work. Let's just check when these were published, but I think I already have this one, 215, yeah. And then Broken Homes was published in 2014, so that doesn't work. Okay, I think we're gonna have to call it. So, no second prompt for that. It's okay, at least I used it for the readathon, so that was slightly strategic, unknowingly, because I at least used it for one and it didn't waste, quote unquote, waste reading something. Okay. Next book then. In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. Okay, I know where this is. One of them is going to be the new releases because this is what I read for the December release. No, not that. Where is the new releases? So, yes. Okay, so that's one. Now, where else can we put this? No, 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 no. No. Ah! Maybe? I think yes. Because the main character had anxiety. By anxiety, I mean clinically diagnosed anxiety, not nor day of the mill anxiety. Day of the mill? What does that? Okay, apparently I cannot speak English anymore. But I think we can make that work, and we unlocked a new prompt. Let's see what color this is. Oh, okay, it's the same. Is it the same color as Heritage ones? Well, that was underwhelming. Okay, but we got two. Perfect. Then Bone Orchard by Sarah A. Mueller. This is also going to be a struggle. So it's black. Oh, okay. No, I know what I wanted to do with this. I'm gonna count it as become the avatar and put it in the earth section because you have literally bone growing from the earth. I think it can count. Like there's flowers and soil and this bone is yeah. I see what I mean. I'm pretty sure that counts. Like you have moss on this bone and you have fungi growing from it, and it's obviously coming out of the soil with the flowers and everything. So I think that it's reminiscent of Earth. I hope this prompt doesn't mean Earth the planet, but given that it's the avatar thing and it's more elements, I think it works. But by all means, please let me know if you disagree. I am open to feedback. But okay, then we found something for that. Then we have Once Upon a Tome by Oliver Darkshire. And this is going to have to go in nonfiction because I know it's nonfiction, and I also don't have any nonfiction books. I haven't unlocked quote that challenge yet, so I think that's the best place to put it. Okay, I guess it's a memoir. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, then we have What Abigail Did That Summer, which is another Rivers of London book, which means it's gonna be a pain to find somewhere to put it. So 196, 2021. I could replace it with The Furthest Station, but I don't know where else I would put The Furthest Station. Well, wait, when was The Furthest Station published? 2017. Okay. No, we tried that, so it's not gonna work. I can't replace that or those. No. Okay. 2017. We have something there, and then this was published. Did I say 2021? So no. Adaptations, no. Well, it's green. I don't think we'll find somewhere else to put that. What Abigail Did That Summer. Nope. Spooky Creatures. Well, yes, but I'd have to replace this again, so no. Become the Avatar. Is there water on this cover? I don't think so. No, there is not. Okay. A readathon, already there. And oh! Animals! Okay, this book very prominently features foxes. So I can put it in the zoo animals. Because I can also switch this to the zoo animals and put the foxes here. But where I grew up, I was a lot more likely to see an octopus in the sea than a fox roaming around. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it here. Okay, I am very pleasantly surprised. I am excited. Okay, oh, this challenge is getting close to being done. Woohoo! Okay, tracker. Let's see, what was I doing? No, What Abigail Did That Summer, and we can put animals. Cool. Okay, then we have Black Raven by Anne Cleves, which is also going to be a problem. I say every time, but so this was published in 2006, so we can't use it for anything. I mean, for the publication date. But let's see. I don't know. No. Well, no, I don't think so. No. Oh, there is a TV show, but we already used this book for the TV show. Okay. I will write it down here just to remember. But I don't think I want to switch that. Disability, no. Heritage Month, no. Translation, no. Around the World, no. It is blue, but I don't know if I would say it's light blue. Well, it might be light blue. There's multiple shades. I don't think I can confidently say it's blue, light blue. No. Spooky Creatures, no. Become the Okay, I could use this for air because the cover is a bunch of birds flying. but then I would have to find another place for the Great When. Okay, we can think about that in a second. Let's just double check there's nothing else going on. No, 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 no. Okay, so our only hope is to see if I can put the Great When anywhere else, which I think might be a bit of a I'm not sure it will be possible because I remember struggling to get that in two places. Where is the Great One? Some more recent read. Okay, published in 2024, 307 pages. No. What do I? Oh, okay. Maybe I can do switcheroo with the map of the Otherlands, because I feel like that was a book. I feel like that was a book that could work in multiple places, but I may have already exhausted them. Jeez. Okay, where do I have the map of the Otherlands so far? A series stairway. The last 10 years. I don't think there's anywhere else because I already used this other book for spooky creatures, and I used this one for subgenres of choice. When was this published? 2025. Or we also have 2023. What's in 2023? Okay. Can I put that somewhere else? I don't think so. Is the problem. 2023. Because that's already, I think, in spooky creatures. Oh, wait a second. No. No. I was thinking I could replace it here, but it's a cozy fantasy, not a fairy tale. Jeez. Okay, I think that's not gonna work. Because I could also put it in Europe, but then the Warlow experiment is not... I can't think of somewhere else to put that either. So I think we're just gonna have to accept defeat. Oh well, at least it worked out for the readathon. Okay, Glorious Heresies by Lisa McKerney. So this was published in 2015. But I think we're just gonna go ahead because it won the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we're gonna go ahead and put it in the awards. And I don't have a winner yet, so we can do that. I believe it was winner of the 2016 Women's Prize for Fiction and the Desmond Elliott Prize. It was shortlisted for this other thing, longlisted for that. So technically I could use it for multiple different categories here. So I could use it for a finalist, a semi-finalist, or the winner. But given that I don't have a winner on here yet, I'm going to put it here in the winner section, and then if at some point I have too many winners, we can look all this up and do a switcheroo within the challenge. Come on. What is going on right now? What is that weird? What the heck? Anyway, okay. And then let's write here. Women's prize for fiction. I know that needs an apostrophe, but I don't want to do it right now. 2016. Okay, cool. Tracker, and we can do that. Award season. Okay, then we have Amongst Our Weapons by Ben Ranovich again. I don't think can go anywhere either. It was published in 2022, and I would say the cover is kind of it's grayish. So I don't think we can use that there either. Okay, but let's try. No. No, we already tried that. Award season, no. Okay. Let's think if I can put the mountain and the sea anywhere else. I really don't think so. But think about it. I don't. Oh, wait, no, that won an award. I can put it somewhere else. Wait a second. Wait a minute here. Where are the awards? It was shortlisted. See? Okay, problem solved. So shortlisted means finalist, so, that worked out so nicely. Okay, where did I just have that? No. This one. Okay, so we can copy that and put it into award season in the finalist, and we can write down here that it was shortlisted for the Arthur C. Clarke. I don't remember which year, so I guess it's gonna be a problem for another time. Oh, I'm so happy this worked out. It's a stupid thing to be so excited about, but anyway. In the last 10 years, so here. Come on, paste. Why isn't this working? Okay, perfect. So we can go back to tracker. Amongst Our Weapons can go in the last 10 years, and then we need to find the mountain and the sea, which will go to award season instead. Oh, I love it when things work out. Okay. Last one. Let's see. Oh, I didn't put a genre here. Okay, so Violet Thistlewhite is not a villain anymore. 356. Oh, I know where this is gonna go. Okay. This was the one I read for the new releases in November. So that works out nicely. I just need to... sorry. Oh, this was incorrect. This is December, and then Violet Thistlewhite is November. Okay, cool. So we'll put this on the tracker as new releases. Perfect. So we have 2 slots here. That's okay. Could be worse. And I did enjoy both of those books, so can't complain. Okay, let's put these. I don't usually film this, but why not? I don't like. Okay, so there's this point system which I don't think is correct on here, but I don't really care because I just want to know how many points I have. So I think none of these are in the points calculator. So we can see. Okay, so all of these were read for a different readathon. Well, not that one. So that's nice. Okay, arc, no. Least favorite means no. 5. I don't use star rating, so no. Physical TBR book. This one was a physical TBR book. Yeah. No. Within release month, no. Trilogy, no. Self-published, no. Finished ongoing series up to publication, except book 1. No. Marginalized author, I think this one. Yeah. And this one. Okay. Early arc, no. Finish, no. I will have uploaded at some point a, what is it called? A reading wrap up with reviews on all of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't know what these bonus 5 points is. Okay, so what this means is with the points I have earned, I can use 3 rereads or 1 DNF. No triple ups yet. So we'll see how this goes. Because rereads is weird because you can also use for every 10 books you read, you can use one for every 10 like new books. You can use one reread. I don't even know if I do want to reread anything for this challenge, but it's good to have, and I won't worry about points until like the month before this is done, and I'll only use them if I need to. But yeah, so let's have a look at then the new stats. So 42 books, 12,700 pages read. And then in the world, I don't think I added anything new here. So yeah, I did add a new state perhaps, although this is, yeah, anyway. I don't keep track of that. The genres is quite diverse, with cozy fantasy, with urban fantasy being the highest because of the Ben Aronovich series, I can assure you. And then the rest of the stuff is not crazy. Cozy fantasy is also quite high, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, I do read a lot of cozy fantasy. I just didn't think I read that much. Publication year 2025 is still in the lead, which I still find baffling. But okay. And after 2025, it's 2024 and 2017, and then 2022. Alright. And then authors, we see that the only ones that are doubled are ones that were part of a series. So I have 11 Ben Aronovich books, then the Emily Wilde series, that's 3. Then this is Jen Williams wrote The Poison Song and The Bitter Twins. Sarah Adams wrote the romantic contemporary romance series type thing, so that's why there's 2. And Catherine Arden is another one I'm reading a series from. But cool. Okay, and then here is how many books I read for each prompt. So we can see that the last Yeah, I don't really understand. This doesn't really give me anything other than double checking that the tracker is up to date, but I'm not going to do that right now. So then let's quickly go over the rest. So we are one book away from By the Hundreds. Yay! This I still need to do, but once I set a date for it, it will be easy to do. And I'm either going to do that soon and read the rest of the Benoranovich series, because then at least they can be in this one prompt, because I think it's going to be hard to find somewhere else to put them. And there's 2 novellas and a novel left. So, yeah. Or I really want to read the Percy Jackson series again, so that will be rereads. But that I think could also work well for a 24-hour readathon. So we'll see when I get around to it. It might be in February at some point, probably sooner than later, because I do want to read the rest of the Rivers of London series soon. So maybe we'll see. I need to find a weekend where I'm free to do that. Subgenres of choice we finished in December, so yay. The series Staircase, still need to read that duology. I have a few in mind, but I would probably have to purchase them, so I'm procrastinating. Or I need to find one that's available at the library. Award season, we added 2 more, so that means we are, I think, 3 left. That's good progress. This I also need to figure out what I'm going to do. But I'm thinking that maybe this will be something to focus on in either March or April. But we shall see. But it also depends what game challenge I choose, because some people are just doing spinner wheels from their TBR or something like that. They're not doing anything crazy, and maybe that's just easiest for me to do as well. And then that wouldn't have to be a monthly focus. Like, wouldn't have to take a month, because some of these challenge TBR games are associated with a specific month sometimes. So I have to figure out what to do here. I honestly, I might make it easier on myself and do some sort of TBR game challenge that's simple, like rolling a dice or something, or picking a paper out of a jar, or whatever. So we shall see. That remains to be seen. The last 10 years, we have 2 left. This one, I'm sure I need to read new releases, so that'll work out no problem. This one, I might have to find something specifically for it, but that's not something I need to do right away, because that might come naturally as well. Adaptations, this is lagging. This is something I think I'm going to have to figure out at some point. So yeah, the disability challenge, we got 1, so yay. And I'm hoping to find a few more naturally, and perhaps I'll probably have to actively look for some of these. Heritage Month is lagging a bit, because I was being very picky about what I was going to count for Heritage Month, but I think I just need to be more lenient, and I started doing that with using these 2 books. But yeah, I'm sure I have books for at least 3 of these in my TBR, like that I own, so I have to figure that out. Translation, I also own multiple translated books. I just haven't read one, because I have for sure one translated from French. I have Japanese, Korean, Chinese. So there we go, that's 4. And I'm pretty sure I have another one that's translated from German, so that I can't double up, so that doesn't work. Pretty sure I have more, but I can't think of them right now. But yeah, so I just need to read them. Around the world, this is something I thought would be easier to do, but I think I've just been prioritizing books for other prompts and using them here because in my head this would be easier to achieve. At least Africa and Asia, I know for sure I have books for. Australia might be a bit of a struggle, or not a struggle, but I would have to look up something specifically. And I don't think I own anything that's set in South America, so I'd have to look that up as well. And we'll see if I do the bonus. I don't know. This one is, we didn't add anything to it today, but I'm still optimistic that something like most of these will work out naturally, let's say. Like organically, not natural. I don't know. You know what I mean. This one might, I'm slightly concerned about the silver gold situation, so that might be something I have to find. But yeah. Make a quote is not working at all. I don't know, maybe I should change the quote, or maybe I should take a month and decide what to read. We'll see. Spooky creatures, we did a switcheroo, but no new things added, although as I mentioned I think in the previous video, I'm pretty sure one of the early Baranovich books I can use for the vampire thing, so I need to figure which one, I need to find which one that was. And I do own a book that I will eventually get to, I hope. That's part of a series that has merfolk in it, but if I don't get to that, I'm going to need to find something else. At some point, Become the Avatar is surprisingly going well. We just have water left for the cover image, and then I think you only need to do one of the two, so either all cover images or all with the word and the title. So if I complete this, I'll be happy, and then if I get around to this, then that's a bonus. So yeah. A readathon challenge is complete, so now I have 2 challenges of the 25 done. So well, at least it's something. The animals is almost done. We added one more, which means you have just the exotic pets left. The queer alphabet is not progressing really. I have 3 done, and yeah, some of these I'm going to have to target specifically because I don't really read. Like these I might be, I know I own books to fit these 2 prompts. This I think will be easy to find. I know there's an Alice Osman book that I've been wanting to read for forever, so that could be easy to find. And this one, I'm not sure how easy it'll be to find, but the polyamory and the gender fluid I am slightly concerned about locating, but something will work out at some point. This one is still under consideration. I thought I would do the blurb challenge, but we'll see, because there are prompts that are fewer books to read than this one, which is 4 books, so we'll have to see strategically what makes sense. Then we have BIPOC authors, which, yeah, I have read books by BIPOC authors, but I have prioritized putting them in other prompts. So I'm gonna have to read some more things here. I own a lot of books written by BIPOC authors. I just need to actually read them. And then new releases, so I'm all caught up through December, so that means I need to figure out what I want to read that was published in January. I need to see if there's anything available at the library, or I'll either do so my strategy for this is I don't want to buy books just for the sake of this challenge, so I mostly try to find either something that's available at the library, as was the case for Violet Thistlethwaite, or that I can listen to on audio on Spotify, which is why you have a lot of romances here. So Love at First Fright and In Your Dreams was that case. So I need to figure that out, but I have until March, because you have to read it within 60 days of the release date. In theory, I could find something on NetGalley for February as well already, but I don't want to, 'cause I don't like reading digitally. But yeah, there's nothing I can do about this other than just wait for those months to come. And obviously, because the challenge ends July 6th, I think. So for July and August, well, August for sure, July probably as well, I would have to find something on NetGalley so I can read it in advance, like before it's officially released. And then maybe even for June, but I will try not to have to do that for these months, but that's like not a now problem. Challenge yourself, which is to read 10 books of my physical TBR. Yeah. Again, I've read more than these two, but I prioritize putting them in other challenges. So, for example, the Once Upon a Tome that we read this month was from my physical TBR, but I thought to put it in the nonfiction because it's the only nonfiction I've read so far, and I think that's the nonfictions. They're not harder for me to read. They take longer because I want to really immerse myself in them. So I think it's better to, if I read a nonfiction, to put it in the nonfiction for now. And then, as I said, we do have the first book in the nonfiction, so that's great. And then Q's, reviews, and Rex. This requires research, so I've been avoiding it. It is possible that one of the books I've already read would fit in here, but I just haven't done the research. So yeah, this will have to be a problem for another day. But yeah, maybe, you know what, maybe we should, because there's this bingo board here. Oh, it automatically does it. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it automatically made this green because it's complete. So as you can see, I have 2 complete challenges. So yay. Yeah, I do think like a lot of these there's a few that are close to being done, and a lot of these I have started, so it's just a matter of perhaps focusing on one prompt exclusively to finish it or something. I don't know. But yeah, I am not mad about it. So we have tracker. I think I read, what did we say, 42 books, so that means 80 prompts. Well, okay, 82 if we exclude, like 82 technically, because we also have these 2 empty ones. 82 fulfilled, which I think is about halfway through, so it's not horrible. And if I keep up this reading pace, I do think I don't know how sustainable it would be to read 10 books. I do think I can read 8. But to be fair, I did read quite a few books this month that I DNF'd. I think I read 2 books that I DNF'd, and then I started a few others that I'm still reading, so I haven't put in the January yet. So I think that's why it seems like a lot to me, because yeah. But I'm hoping to be able to do 8 books a month at least for the foreseeable future. And if I start reading more targetedly, like if I start reading books that I know are gonna work for 2 prompts, because this is the first time, as you can see, that we have some books that do not work, then I can probably get more done as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching if you are still here, and until next time, happy reading.